Tuimeltrein hoofstuk 3. Veg en vlug kom vir Jasper en Abby soos tweede natuur, maar Henry vries. Fighting and fleeing comes naturally to Jasper and Abby, like second nature, but Henry freezes. Abby dink die volgende gaan gebeur, omdat sy CSI stories op TV binge. Nommer 1. Hulle vriende en familie se huise gaan dopgehou word. Hulle selfone gaan afgeluister word en die polisie wag vir die 3 om 'n fout te maak sodat hulle kan toeslaan. So hulle moenie dom goed doen nie. Abby watches a lot of CSI on TV. So, she thinks the following is going to happen. Number 1, their friends and family's houses will be watched. Their cell phones will be monitored. And number 3, the police are waiting for the 3 of them to make a mistake so that they can strike. They must not do anything stupid. Henry het 2 broers in Pretoria, maar hulle is homofobe, net soos sy pa. Hulle sal hom eerder in die tronk wil sien as om hom te help. Henry has 2 brothers in Pretoria, but they are homophobic, just like his father. They would rather see him in jail than help him. Abby dink haar ma gaan die ergste glo. Na haar pa se wegloop, het die sielkundige 'n ineenstorting voorspel. Sy dink haar ma verwag die ergste van hulle en haarself. Jasper vra vir Abby wanneer is haar pa weg? En sy antwoord 'n maand terug. Abby thinks her mother will believe the worst. After her father left, things have not been right. The psychologist predicted a breakdown. She thinks her mother expects the worst from them and from herself. Jasper asks her when her dad left, and she answers a month ago. Henry kry Abby jammer en dink hoe hy in die kunsklas gesien het dat sy 'n doek stikkend slaan toe sy 'n fout maak. Juffrou Beatrice het vir haar rooibos tee gemaak en haar by haar tafel laat sit. Henry feels sorry for Abby and thinks about how he saw in art class that she smashed her canvas when she made a mistake. Miss Beatrice made her rooibos tea and let her sit at her table. Henry se ma vat darm sy kant, maar sy doen altyd wat sy pa verwag. Sy pa sal eerder wil hê hy moet tronk toe gaan en uit sy lewe verdwyn. Abby sê Henry moenie hom aan hulle steur nie. Hy's absoluut uniek. Henry's mother does support him somewhat, but she always does what her husband expects. His father would rather have him go to jail and disappear from his life. Abby tells Henry not to bother with them, that he is absolutely unique. Jasper beskryf Abby as die super lang afstand atleet van die skool. Abby sê sy sou eerder sexy wou wees. Sy dink die cool meisies van die skool is vriende met haar, want hulle sien haar nie as 'n bedreiging nie. Jasper describes Abby as the super long distance athlete of the school. Abby says she would rather be sexy. She thinks the cool girls of the school are friends with her because they do not see her as a threat. Abby vra of Jasper se ouers sal glo dat hy 'n moordenaar is. Hy dink seker nie, maar hy is 'n selfgemaakte bad boy wat dagga rook, hy gee min om vir skoolwerk en hang naweke saam met ander dagga koppe en speel die heeltyd speletjies. Abby asks if Jasper's parents would believe that he was a murderer. He says probably not, but he is a self-made bad boy who smokes marijuana, doesn't care about his schoolwork, and hangs out with other marijuana addicts on the weekends and plays games. Jasper vertel dat sy ouers hom al by die polisiestasie moes gaan haal. Hy en sy vriend het chips by die garage gesteel. Hy en sy vriend het skyfies by die petrolstasie gesteel. Die polisie kan dalk dink dat hy dagga gerook het, die munchies gekry het, roomys wou hê en toe vir Easy vermoor het. Jasper explains that his parents had to pick him up from the police station before. He and his friend stole chips from the garage. The police might think he smoked weed got the munchies, wanted ice cream and then killed Izzy. Henry besef dat alles in Jasper skree vir liefde en aanvaarding, omdat sy ouers hom min aandag gee. Henry realizes that everything in Jasper is crying out for love and acceptance, because his parents give him little attention. Skielik praat iemand agter hulle. Hy kom uit die grot. Dis 'n boemelaar. Hy is vuil, bebaard, het slierterige hare, 'n plooi gesig, dra stikkende pak klere en deurgesifte skoene. Suddenly someone speaks behind them and he comes out of the cave. It is a boemelaar, a hobo, a homeless person. He is dirty, bearded, scruffy hair, a wrinkled face. He wears a torn suit and worn out shoes. Sy naam is Koos. Hy bly in daardie grot. Hulle vra, maar hy het nie 'n selfoon nie. Hy vra vir hulle hoekom hulle vir die polisie vlug en hulle vertel vir hom. Koos weet nie hoe lank hy al daar bly nie. 'n jaar of 2 of 10. Hy hou nie van die woord boemelaar nie, maar noem homself ridder van die groot pad. His name is Koos and he lives in that cave. They ask, but he doesn't have a cell phone. He asks them why they are running from the police and they tell him. Koos does not know how long he has been living there. A year, 2 or 10. He doesn't like the word boemelaar, but calls himself ridder van die groot pad, knight of the highway. Koos braai vir hulle 'n haas. Koos braai 'n rabbit for them. Ons leer dat Henry 'n kokkeltjie op laerskool was en hy het die vet met moordende klopdanse afgeskit. We learn that Henry was overweight during primary school and he shed the weight by doing tap dance. Koos het klere in die grot en hy kry hierdie klere op 2 maniere. Nommer 1, mense gee dit vir hom en 2, hy haak die klere met 'n visstok wanneer die tannies klere was. Koos has clothes in the cave and he gets these in 2 ways. Number 1, people give it to him. And 2, he hooks the clothes with a fishing rod when the women are washing clothes. Henry moet homself ook vermom. Die polisie soek na leerders in skoolklere. Koos sê dat hy verkoop die klere. Henry also has to disguise himself because the police are looking for learners or kids, teenagers, wearing school uniform. And Koos says that he's selling the clothes. Henry kies 'n pers en geel kaftan rok en draai 'n geel serp om sy kop. Koos gee ook vir hom wit tekkies. Koos sê hy kan vir hom R100 vir alles gee. Henry besef hulle het nie geld by hulle nie. Hy besluit om sy skoolklere en skoolskoene by Koos te los tot hy die geld kan bring. Henry chooses a purple and yellow kaftan dress and wraps a yellow scarf around his head. Koos also gives him white sneakers. Koos says that he can give him R100 for everything. Henry realizes that they don't have any money with him. He decides to leave his school uniform and his school shoes with Koos until he can bring the money. Hulle vra vir Koos waar hulle 'n foon kan kry. Hy sê daar is 'n Telkom telefoonhokkie by die Spaza winkel by 10 Rooms. They ask Koos where they can get a phone. He says there's a Telkom phone booth at the Spaza shop at 10 Rooms. Hulle moet iemand kontak wat nie aan hulle verbind kan word nie. Jasper stel sy dagga-vriend Jonah voor. Hy bly in Ifafi in 'n mynhuis saam met sy ouers. They need to contact someone who can't be connected to them. Jasper suggests his marijuana friend, sy dagga-vriend Jonah. He lives in Ifafi in a mining house with his parents. Koos ken ook 'n Jonah wat 3 dae in 'n dreingat vasgesit het. Hy het swart oogies en wit hare gehad. Jasper sê sy Jonah lyk ook so, maar sy hare is nou pers. Hy was hier op laerskool en het 'n vrees vir dreingate. En hy's 3 jaar ouer as Jasper. Koos also knows a Jonah who was stuck in a drain hole for 3 days. He had black eyes and white hair, and Jasper says his Jonah looks like that, but now his hair is purple. He went to primary school there, where they are now. He has this fear of drains, and he is 3 years older than Jasper. Henry hoor musiek. Dit is die mense van die hardloopklub. Abby sê dis waarheen hulle moet gaan, want Abby is 'n lid van die klub. Daar is 'n telefoon, daar is rusbanke vir as hulle wil slaap. Die alarms is gewoonlik buite werking en daar is toilette. Henry hears music. It is the people from the running club. Abby says that that's where they should go because Abby is a member of the club. There's a phone. There are couches for when they want to sleep. The alarms are usually out of order and there are toilets. By die klub sal Abby haar ou kinderoppasser bel wat haar sal glo en dan die boodskap vir haar ma sal gee. Jasper sê as hulle dan moet, kan hulle na Jonah gaan, want sy ouers is gewoonlik dronk of bedwelm. Koos sê hulle moet hom eers help kos soek in die veld. Hulle doen dit. Koos gee dan vir hulle toestemming om te ry. Henry voel jammer vir Koos. Is dit hoe dit is om heeltemal 'n lone wolf te wees? Henry het self geen vriende nie, omdat vriende hom net seermaak en hy uitgestoot word deur homofobe. Maar Henry wil nie eendag 'n kluisenaar soos Koos wees nie. Hy hou van mense, maar hoe maak 'n mens om nie seer te kry nie? At the club, Abby will call her old nanny, who will believe her and give the message to her mom. Jasper says that if they have to, then they can go to Jonah because his parents are usually drunk or drugged. Koos says that they must first help him find food in the veld. Koos then gives them permission to leave. Henry feels sorry for Koos. Is this what it's like to be a complete lone wolf? Henry himself has no friends because friends only hurt him and he is ostracized by homophobes. But Henry doesn't want to be a recluse like Koos one day. He likes people. But how does one avoid getting hurt? Wat sou gebeur het as sy pa hom uit die huis geskop het toe hy 2 jaar gelede uit die kas geklim het? Sou hy 'n boemelaar geword het? Hy dink aan die vrou met kinders wat hy by die McDonald's sien bedel. Hy kyk gewoonlik weg. Hy weet hy is onwelkom in sy pa se huis, maar hy het 'n bed en kos. Henry wonder oor Koos se storie en besef 'n mens moet nie sommer iemand oordeel nie. What would have happened if his father had kicked him out of the house when he came out of the closet 2 years ago? If his dad kicked him out of the house, would he have become a boemelaar? He thinks of the women with children that he sees begging at McDonald's. He and his family usually just look away. He knows he is unwelcome in his father's house, but he has bed and food. Henry wonders about Koos' story and realizes that one should not judge people.
Okay, guys, I hope that this helped you. Click below here where I landed to check out the playlist. Goodbye.